Hello, hi, and welcome to Bookstream YouTube channel. It's been a long time since I spoke about books. So, in this particular video, we are going to talk about a book titled Before You Start Up by author Pankaj Goyal. Hi, friends. Many of us will be wondering in our lives to start a business, to come up with an idea and run that idea into a product or a prototype to succeed further and form a business. It might be in the form of a startup, it might be in the form of a small business, or it might be pursuing the same old traditional businesses which has been started up by our families and enhancing it further to a different mode altogether using technology. In this particular book, the book on startup, the author talks about various issues as well as various challenges faced by the startup companies, which include the startup founders and co-founders. There are a couple of chapters which highlights us about the deep interconnectedness between that of founder and a co-founder. The first chapter on the title Why matters the most, wherein if you want to start a business, if you want to run a startup, you need to have money, you need to have passion, you also need to have freedom, and also you should be capable of solving various difficult, real life problems. If you are passing these phases, the why factor, that is why you need to start up or why you need to join as a founder to bring in a change to the society or the nation altogether, matters a lot. So this particular chapter highlights on that topic. Further, in order to run a startup, you need to have idea. So what sort of idea is required? How is idea generation is linked to your startup? How to build, a product, how to talk to your customers, how to conduct surveys, all these issues, including that of building a prototype for your startup, has been discussed in depth in this particular chapter. So before, running a startup, what is your motto and what should be your decision, whether you need to continue or pursue a job or whether you need to quit your job. So all these things, including that of investing the money to your startup, matters a lot. So before starting up a company, one need to think about finances. Finances is a major part of running a business. If you lose money, you're going to lose your business. So for that, you need to have a strong team. So how you're going to build this team? So what is the motto behind building a strong team for the startup? So whom you're going to opt as a co-founder, as a CTO or a CFO or a CSO or as a CEO. So how this, finding a right co-founder matters a lot for the development of your startup has been discussed in depth. The skills which is required for the founder or the co-founder. Also, what kind of skills do you have if you are starting up? Are you a MBA grad or are you a technical coder? So if you are good in coding, are you good in sales and marketing too? Because one person can't handle a lot of things. So you need to have your partner that is in the form of a co-founder. It's a form of a marriage. Startup is a process of marriage between founder and co-founder, and the output of that couple is the startup's profits or the business profit. So then the book also talks about how to save the money, how to reduce your expenses for the startup, and what sort of money management needs to be done. How can you manage your startup? You need to have at least 12 months of backup in the form of financial runway. Only then you can succeed further with your startup. So apart from that, if a person wants to start up a company, so what is the kind of preparation is going to have he or she, or what kind of mental preparation, or what kind of family support or friend support that person is going to get. So all these issues have been addressed in this particular book. Apart from that, there are also certain information being shared related to that of legal compliances, administrative hurdles, and also coming up with a minimal viable product, or called as MVP, to test the ideas and also to have minimum resources beforehand of starting up a company. So only then you can able to come up with a strong, urge to come up with a business model, and also to understand the market strategy about pricing, whether the product is, affordable by the affordable to the customers, or what about customer acquisition, and who are your target audience. So all these kind of information has been shared in this particular book. And apart from that, in the final few chapters, the author talks about, how to scale the business, what are the scaling operations, how to grow a strong team, and how can you expand the business apart from the limited or restricted market. So once everything is done, the author highlights on the journey of a startup, and as an entrepreneurial journey, what is the roles and how to celebrate the success of being a successful entrepreneur, and how to enhance further personally as well as to have a professional growth in the particular domain as an entrepreneur. So this particular book is useful for those who are willing to come up with an idea of having a startup, and also for the students who are pursuing degree colleges, in various colleges, and also to those who are working. He talks that startup is not that easy as one thinks about. There are societal pressure, family pressure. There is a lot of consistent competition happening between you and your own classmates or schoolmates or colleagues whom the family will be addressing frequently. He talks about Sharmaji's son as an anecdote of how the societal pressure is behind your back to look after, and how it is willing to chase you forever. So this book also reflects about the author's journey himself as a startup founder, how he came up with an idea and how he started the company and how he couldn't able to scale the business further, and all the challenges which he has faced personally has been discussed in this particular book. So I would recommend you to go through this book and also come up with your own ideas, and also it helps you to enhance your skills as well as to think further of how to come up with a business and how to start up a company. Hope you enjoyed this particular book review called Before You Start Up by Pankaj Goyal. You can also communicate the author on his X handle called as Pango. So if you have any kind of ideas related to the startup, or if you're already running the business, or if you're planning to expand the business of startup, you can approach the author directly on the X platform. Until the next book review, do subscribe to our YouTube book stream channel. Signing off, this is Sandesh Shanmugam. Thank you.